Senate Bill 2155. Imagine this. Imagine you run a small town vet clinic. One day, the state says your clinic itself has to register, pay new fees, follow new inspection rules, and deal with complaints that stay secret from the public until the board decides to move forward. Meanwhile, bigger clinic groups with lawyers and compliance staff are better positioned to handle it all. What the bill says it does. Senate Bill 2155 says it updates and strengthens how Texas regulates veterinarians and veterinary facilities. It is presented as a way to improve oversight, consumer protection, and professional standards. What it actually does? It gives the veterinary board and state regulators more control over clinics, inspections, and complaint handling. This means the agency can expand its oversight while the public loses some visibility into complaints during the early stages. It also creates a system that larger veterinary operations can handle more easily, while smaller clinics may struggle more with the added rules and costs. Who benefits? State regulators and the veterinary board. Large veterinary groups and clinics with compliance resources. Management service organizations that may gain more influence as rules are written. Industry groups already involved in shaping the regulatory process. Consumers who may be able to get limited refunds in some cases. Who pays the price? Small and rural veterinary clinics. Independent veterinarians without large administrative support. Pet owners in areas where smaller clinics may face more pressure or higher costs. Members of the public who want more transparency into complaint handling. Why it matters. This is the kind of bill that sounds technical, but it changes who has power. When compliance gets more expensive and more complicated, the biggest players usually have the advantage. When complaint records stay hidden longer, the public has less ability to see how regulators are doing their job. Over time, that can mean less local independence, fewer small clinics, and more control concentrated in state agencies and larger business-backed operators. Bottom line, Senate Bill 2155 strengthens veterinary regulation, but it also gives regulators and larger industry players more structural power, while smaller clinics and public transparency risk getting pushed aside.